I don't think they are scared of him. I think they more so, they don't want him to embarrass their reputation and things that they've been known for. You understand? I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
The rumor that Jay-Z fathered Kelly Rowland's son, Titan, isn't just gossip anymore. It resurfaced at the exact moment Jay-Z's reputation started crumbling. What began as whispers about a striking family resemblance has grown into a full-blown debate among insiders, former associates, and even high-profile legal professionals. All of it is unfolding just as some of the biggest names in hip-hop scramble for cover. We can't ignore how this story gained momentum precisely when Jay-Z's name emerged in the wave of lawsuits surrounding Diddy, with headlines linking him not only to past affairs and private encounters but also to some of the darkest accusations in entertainment history. Breaking news from TMZ and Fox News indicates that Jay-Z is accused in a new Diddy lawsuit involving a 13-year-old girl. The timing is hard to separate. Only months ago, a lawsuit alleged that Jay-Z and Diddy...
I don't think they are scared of him. I think they more so, they don't want him to embarrass their reputation and things that they've been known for. You understand? I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
Assaulted a 13-year-old at the 200 MTV Video Music Awards. Although the case was withdrawn with prejudice, the public still saw one of the most powerful figures in music dragged through allegations that linger far beyond any tabloid cycle. Jay-Z's legal team called it a shakedown, but even with dismissal, the impact remained. As those stories began to fade, rumors about Jay-Z's secret children, particularly his connection with Kelly Rowland's family, erupted again. The pressure is building, and the situation remains a civil complaint. In civil cases, the legal system deals with monetary damages, and this complaint alleges the 13-year-old suffered post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. Fact-finding is now underway. What makes this scandal stick is that it's not just a single rumor. Jay-Z's past is tangled with paternity suits, sealed records, and strategic silence. Letitia Meir from Maryland went public in 2020 claiming to be his daughter, supported by relatives asserting that the truth has long been known in Cambridge, Maryland. Allegedly, Jay-Z even provides a home for her, though no DNA test has ever been conducted, and there is no official response from him. Meanwhile, Rhys Satterthwaite's saga continues, dragging Jay-Z's team through a decade-long legal battle trying to secure a DNA test. Despite filings spanning over 10 years and multiple court jurisdictions, Jay-Z's lawyers dismissed the claims as harassment while offering no tests or direct engagement. Satterthwaite's mother, who swore under oath, "This is no longer about money, it's about a superstar avoiding a simple question." The pattern repeats, accusations are filed, Jay-Z's team responds with paperwork and silence, and cases are eventually buried in legal red tape. Kelly Rowland's connection adds another layer. In February, as fresh paternity claims emerged, she publicly praised Jay-Z, a move some saw as loyalty to the family that raised her. Kelly has long been more than a colleague to the Carters. Tina Knowles, Beyoncé's mother, has considered her a force, be it Letitia Meir or Rhys Satterthwaite. The Carters' response is always the same: silence, paperwork, and no DNA tests. Many cases end with sealed documents, settlements, or drawn-out legal maneuvering. Allegedly, Jay-Z has avoided paternity tests repeatedly. Women who come forward either face the exhausting legal process or are paid to go away. This has made speculation about Titan relentless. Insiders suggest Beyoncé tolerates, or even helps maintain, the secrets. Their marriage functions as a business project, presenting a flawless front while handling anything that could harm the brand privately. Beyoncé's reputation is ironclad, and the narrative is under her control. Though cracks appear as Jay-Z's alleged private encounters and secret children continue to emerge year after year, even casual public interactions between Kelly Rowland and Jay-Z spark viral attention. Like their 2021 red carpet encounter at the Harder They Fall premiere. Jay-Z appeared surprised, Kelly seemed nervous, and the moment went viral. Kelly's response only fueled speculation that there are unseen layers to their relationship. Tina Knowles considers Kelly a daughter. Kelly calls Jay-Z one of the greatest men she knows, and whenever the topic gets uncomfortable, the family goes silent. So when Kelly calls Jay-Z family, is she protecting a mentor, or hiding the truth about the father of her son? The industry is filled with complexities, history, and unspoken truths. And in this saga, the boundaries between loyalty, secrecy, and scandal continue to blur as the rumor gains traction. What started as a fan theory now collides with the business model that keeps the Carter empire alive. This is no ordinary power contract. For 20 years, love has been the headline, but business has been the engine. Every red carpet appearance, every stage collaboration, every joint album has functioned like a PR campaign built to remind the world that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are untouchable. When the machinery works, they appear invincible. When it slips, they disappear behind carefully managed silence. That silence is what turns every rumor into fascination. And right now, that fascination has a name, Titan. We've seen this pattern before. When Remy Satterthwaite resurfaces with a new court filing, or when Letitia Meir posts her claims online, the Carter response is always the same. As headlines climb, the legal walls rise. Lawsuits vanish quietly. NDA agreements multiply like wildfire. Friends and allies start repeating lines about privacy, loyalty, or respecting the family. Then, as if on cue, a positive story drops: Beyoncé's tour dominance, Jay-Z snooped to the most powerful brand in music. The exchange is simple: loyalty for access, silence for longevity, and yet, contradictions abound. Jay-Z's words on the Grammy stage illustrate the tension. Accepting the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, he lectured the industry about fairness, called out the Recording Academy, and even highlighted that Beyoncé has more Grammys than anyone but never won Album of the Year. It was a powerful statement, a man demanding justice for his wife. But while he spoke of fairness on stage, he faced new lawsuits off stage, accused of hiding behind lawyers to avoid accountability. The man calling for justice publicly might be running from it privately. Fans can't ignore that hypocrisy. Behind that speech, a storm brewed. Old connections to Diddy's parties were being examined in federal investigations. The case involving an alleged assault in 2000 had just been dropped, but the forms close creative partnerships, and the stories diverge. Some call him a savior. Others say he ruins lives. It's the same divide seen in the paternity accusations. For every defender, another alleges secrets buried under non-disclosure agreements and settlements. Within that chaos, Kelly's calm presence is almost eerie. She's built her image on his father. Why she tears up when journalists mention the Carters? The public can only speculate, feeling the weight of emotions she doesn't openly explain. One moment is striking: no, actually, my son is a CEO. She didn't think of him as a CEO, illustrating the private pride and perspective hidden from the public, and the ultimate question remains: why does Beyoncé tolerate all this? If she's truly the most powerful woman in music, why does she continue standing by a man whose past keeps resurfacing in court documents and gossip threads? The answer may lie in the empire itself. Their marriage isn't just emotional, it's financial, creative, and global. They're two brands merged into one corporation. Together, they've built Roc Nation, Ivy Park, Tidal, and a dozen ventures that depend on their joint control and public image. On their image as a unit, separation would be catastrophic, not romantically, but economically. Their fortune and influence are entwined. Every appearance of unity preserves market value. In that context, forgiveness isn't love, it's leverage. Great art is polarizing. Some people love it. It forces opinions. Jay-Z admitted on record that he betrayed Beyoncé, and music became their therapy. They turned Private Pain into a trilogy of albums: Lemonade, 444, and Everything Is Love, transforming confession into profit. That's the pattern. They commercialize control. Every crisis becomes a campaign. Every rumor becomes content. Every emotional breakdown becomes a new chapter in their myth. It's brilliant business, but it's also why many believe their marriage is more performance than partnership. The affection looks genuine, but the timing always feels like marketing, and that brings us back to Titan. What makes Titan different? The resemblance between the boy and Jay-Z is uncanny, fueling thousands of comparison posts. Insiders whisper that certain family members have downplayed how close Kelly and Jay-Z were during the Destiny's Child years. They collaborated constantly, traveled together, and shared countless private dinners with Beyoncé and Tina Knowles. It's easy to see how those lines could blur. No one is accusing, but the silence feels louder than any denial. Kelly's career trajectory also raises questions. She always seems just shy of superstardom yet never fades. She doesn't need to fight for relevance. The Carters keep her orbit intact. She appears at premieres, tributes, family events. When Ivy Park launches, she's in the outfits. When Beyoncé drops an album, Kelly amplifies it. That inclusion comes from strategic positioning, not nostalgia. If the rumor about Titan were proven true, it would explain the loyalty, closeness, tears, and walls of silence. People will believe what they want anyway, so why waste time? Responding sometimes brings more attention, pushing the story further. Meanwhile, Jay-Z reinvents himself as the philosopher. But as this latest rumor refuses to fade, that strategy may be showing cracks. The internet never forgets. Entire communities document every inconsistency, every timeline, every look exchanged between Kelly and Jay-Z. When Titan's name entered the conversation, the theory stopped being fringe. It became a cultural question about power and protection. Who gets shielded? Who gets silenced? What price is paid to keep the brand intact? Even insiders whisper that Beyoncé's legendary calm is strategy, not innocence. She's protecting an investment, not a husband.